Yo, real quick before we jump into the video, as you can see, we're going to be doing a new format for the video. So if you do enjoy this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up on it. Let's try to get to like 2,000 likes, just so I know that you all are actually enjoying this type of format. You enjoy this effort, you enjoy this editing, and all of the stuff that's going to be in this video that's usually not in my videos. And if I see that you all really enjoy it, yeah, more videos like this are going to come. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop that thumbs up. Let's get into it.
No new friends, need a new band. Cool doors, glove box, keep the tool in. Need an 8-room house, put the pool in. Why they keep praying that I am losing?
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we are back with another Mobile Legends video, man. Now, in this one, we're going to be doing it a little bit different because for the first time ever in doing this series, there is so many more heroes than are going to be included on this list. And this is a whole different topic. We need to talk about the state of Mobile Legends right now, the balancing, how the game is actually looking, how it feels, and all of this stuff. So if you want to see a video on that, be sure to drop a thumbs up. If you like the new format, all of that stuff, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Mobile Legends content. But we are going to be doing a 15 strongest heroes video, but there's just so many different heroes that are actually viable and really good right now. And it's never been this way before in Mobile Legends history. So we need to talk about that for sure. So let me know if you all want to see that video. But let's just jump straight into it, man. We got a lot of heroes to go over. And yeah, let's jump into it. I don't want to have y'all here all day. So first off, the first hero we're going to be talking about is Uzone. Now, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm not too sure here, but this hero is definitely one of the strongest heroes in Mobile Legends right now. He's one of the strongest offlaners. And he's really, really good at pushing. He's really good at rotating. When you use your ultimate, like, he can be used in so many different ways, I feel like. I feel like you can either use his ultimate to like engage, attack. You can use his ultimate to push people back and save your teammates. You can use his ultimate to basically go from one lane to the other lane to travel faster. That way you can push multiple lanes at the same time. Like, there was one solo game I played on stream with you all, and you all saw me kind of defending one lane and pushing one lane forward. Then the second I pushed that lane forward, I hit my ultimate, go all the way to the complete opposite side of the map. And he gets there so fast because of his mobility using his ultimate form. So I think that that is one of his biggest strengths. He can be used as such a versatile hero. And then he's super tanky with so much lifesteal. It's honestly unfair. Now, I don't know what buffs, nerfs, updates, and all of that type of stuff is going to be coming to heroes soon. So some of these heroes may be changing soon, sooner than later. Maybe you all know some type of nerfs, buffs, update is going to be coming to some of these heroes. So make sure you let us know that in the comment section as well. But as it stands right now, I feel like he's definitely one of the most powerful heroes in the game. And I don't see him actually going down anytime soon. I think that he is unique enough. He's really good. And I honestly didn't expect this from him when I first saw him, when I first knew that he was going to be released. I didn't expect much from him, to be honest. And he has definitely been, he's definitely been a good addition to Mobile Legends. I really, really like him. So yeah, had to throw him on this list. Next, we have VeLL. VeLL has always, well, not always, but since he's been updated and since he's been changed, he's been pretty much consistently in the meta and very, very strong. Now, if you don't know what makes VeLL so strong, he is not a mid lane hero. He's not going to be your primary source of mid lane damage. I do feel like he has the potential to be, but I think that he's much more powerful as a support. He can counter so many heroes. Any hero that has to dive in or dash in, he counters them. And I think that by itself is so powerful. Being able to make sure no one can dive at your team, being able to make sure nobody can set your team up, and if they do, they're going to get punished. Because with his first ability, he can non-stop spam. As long as you're landing that first ability, you can just non-stop spam shots at people and then stun them. So that basically gives you a lot of CC. Then anybody who tries to jump in, dive you, like he literally renders certain tanks useless. Like Hylos, for instance. Hylos cannot really do much against a good VeLL because all VeLL is going to do is push him back first off, hit his first ability twice, and then he's stunned. And then by the time he's unstunned, VeLL has that second ability pushed once again. So it's like there's not really much certain heroes can do versus him. Like if you have to dive in, like even Ling is one of those heroes where if he dives in and attacks VeLL by himself, he might stand a chance, but even still, if VeLL get that push off and VeLL gets that stun and actually lands those shots, it's not even much a Ling could do. So I think that there's just so many powerful heroes in the meta right now that VeLL counters simply by using his abilities, and I think that's what makes him so powerful in the meta right now. So he's one of the strongest counter heroes we have in Mobile Legends right now. So yeah, had to throw VeLL on here. Next, we have Claude. Claude is one of the strongest marksmen in the game right now. I don't know when it happened. I don't know how it happened. I think it was around when the red buff came back and stuff like that. But Claude has just been on a tear. He can wipe out whole teams. He can absolutely destroy people if you take the time to get fed with him. Now, it does take him a little bit of time to warm up and start cooling up. I think around the 7-minute mark is when he starts to become decent, get a good amount of damage, and really is able to hold his own. And then once he gets his first item, then it's just like, it's just pretty much over with at that point. It's almost a guaranteed win. It's very hard to screw up winning with Claude if he's allowed to farm. If he, I think the best way to counter him is to not allow him to farm. But I mean, if you want me to make a video talking about the counters for certain heroes and how to counter things and how to stop things from happening, make sure you let me know that down in the comment section as well. But yeah, Claude definitely had to go on this list. Next, we have Lu Yi. Now, I think Lu Yi is one of the strongest because she's a hero that has a lot of burst damage. She does a ton of burst damage, and then that teleporting ability allows you to reposition your whole team, set up for ganks, and really put your whole team in a great position to outplay the enemy team. Now, using this hero effectively it can be complicated. It can be very, very difficult, and if you don't play with a 5-man team, it can be kind of hard. But if you all have somewhat around the same understanding, and I know that that's one of the biggest things, the Mobile Legends matchmaking, you're not always paired with people who have the same level of understanding of what's going on or map awareness and things like that. So yeah, but if everything clicks and you all understand what's going on, you all understand the decisions and the moves that you all are going to make and stuff like that together, you can make a lot of plays with this hero. So I think that she definitely had to be added on this list because she's one of the most insane heroes in my opinion right now. Next, we have Harith. Harith is not as good as he used to be, and I think that for so long people really slept on how good Harith still is because a lot of people remember how good he used to be. I think that he's still a very, very solid mid lane pick. I think he's very strong. He's sustainable. So that means that sustained, he's able to buy time. He can buy time for the marksman to get fed. He can buy time for his team to rotate and make plays. I think anybody as tanky as Harith, there's room for them. And then he still does a good amount of damage. He can do a good amount of damage. His abilities and stuff are they're deadly. He's a very, very deadly hero still, even though he's not what he used to be. So I think that a lot more people are starting to realize that. I'm seeing him play it a lot more, so that's very, very good as well. Next, we have Esmeralda. Esmeralda is still one of the strongest in the game. It got to a point where everybody could counter Esmeralda, then out of nowhere, Esmeralda has come back with a vengeance, and Esmeralda is really hard to counter. But I think it's more so that people don't really choose counter heroes. People don't counter pick a lot anymore for some reason. So I think that that's one of the biggest reasons Esmeralda is so strong. But if you don't have a lot of counter picks to Esmeralda, she's very deadly, hard to stop. She gets all that shield, and it's so easy to fill that shield all the way up now, man. You get the right build, and it's just insane. That's one of the biggest tips that I have for you when it comes to Esmeralda. Get your build right. You all are the ones who told me on stream that my build was doo-doo, and ever since changing my build, I'm getting full shield, because I used to see people with the full shield, you know how you get the whole full shield over your health? I used to be like, how the heck are people doing that? I could never do that, and that's because my build was trash. So build is very, very important as well, if you didn't know that. But yeah, next we have Natalia. Natalia is going to be one of the strongest in the game always. Even before she got buffed, I thought that she was one of the strongest ones in the game, and that's mainly because any hero that can go invisible, you can make a lot of plays with this hero. Like Natalia is one of those heroes where it comes down to your own decision making. If you're a good player, if you make smart decisions, if you make strong decisions, you can be game changing for your team. Now that Natalia has actually been buffed and she can go invisible multiple times, the possibilities are endless. So Natalia, in my opinion, is an always banned hero, even though most people cannot play Natalia to the level that you would need to play Natalia to, because like I said, decision making is very rare in the Mobile Legends community right now, especially in North America. So for me, I don't see very good decisions made often. Like, I can literally troll all day and still have a good time playing and still get some wins and stuff in, because yeah, I mean, you just don't come across people who just are tactical thinkers and stuff like that. So most of the people using the whole OP heroes aren't very good with them. But if you do master these heroes, you master making the right decisions and stuff like that, you can be insane with Natalia. Next, we have Sunshin. Sunshin, if you know, he's the hero that I became top global with in a few days. He's one of the strongest heroes in the game, and the reason that he's so powerful, and I don't want this to spread, but I gotta tell you all the truth, the reason that he's so powerful is because he can literally do nothing all game and become strong. Like if you get up a bunch of assists just by spamming your ultimate, you get very, very strong. And another trick that I use is I use execute on him. Because of his burst damage, when you use that first ability, dash at somebody, he literally almost wipes their health in half. Then you use execute on him. There's no escaping Sunshin if you're a squishy hero. And then he can pretty much do the same thing to tanks as well. So like there's pretty much no hero that can escape and survive against a Sunshin. There's no marksman, no assassin, no nobody. Even when I play against Ling, Ling is pretty much an easy kill as long as you don't get hit directly. And because of Sunshin's mobility, you shouldn't be getting hit directly. So yeah, there's not many heroes who can actually stop Sunshin right now. I think he's one of the strongest marksmen, if not the strongest marksman. Let me know your thoughts on that. I know that might be controversial because other people might think something different. You might think something different. So let me know your thoughts and let me know your reasoning. Next, we have Kimi. Kimi is always going to be one of the strongest marksmen because she has no mana or anything. She can just run around shooting stuff, get fed really quickly, and roam around and just keep spraying and shooting. So I mean that's why she's one of the strongest heroes in the game. That's why she will always be one of the strongest heroes in the game. And yeah, she's just really unstoppable. She can farm fast, she can dish out a bunch of splash damage, and it's just really unfair going against her. So yeah, if you're a good Kimi, you're unstoppable. Next, we have Carrie. Carrie is always going to be that tank killer that you want to go to. I think that she's a really strong tank killer, and she does so much damage she just melts people fast. And with that mobility and tankiness, because of how you build Carrie, I think is what makes her so powerful as well. Because most marksmen, you gotta just build straight damage on them for them to be effective. Carrie, you need a couple of damage items, then you get a bunch of tankiness and sustainability, so now you can survive. You can dash around out of damage, you can purify your way out of things and keep, you can slow people down, you can do so much stuff, and then your ultimate speeds you up and allows you to attack faster. Like, I think Carrie's kit as a whole just makes her one of the most unstoppable marksmen in Mobile Legends. So yeah, had to put Carrie on this list. Next, we have Khufra. Let's get into some of the strongest tanks. Now, Khufra, he's always been that dive setup assassin where you can counter a lot of people. Like, you counter heroes like Aldous, you counter heroes like you counter so many heroes like Ling. He even counters Ling. The thing is, you have to make the right decisions and know who you're supposed to be blocking off and when you're supposed to be blocking them off. And you need to realize that you're able to protect people, you're able to engage, and you need to make the right decision at the right time, because a good team, all they're going to do is wait for you to make a bad engagement, then they're going to go for the primary targets on your team. So if you jump into an enemy and then you leave your marksman open and wide defenseless, like basically your marksman is just dead if you make a bad decision as a Khufra. But if you make the right decision, if you're protecting your marksman, if you're making sure nobody is in range to kill your marksman before you make a dive and before you make a decision, then you're able to make plays. And it's just, honestly, Khufra is a very hard tank to stop if he's playing well. So yeah, Khufra, definitely one of the strongest. Next, we have Hylos. Hylos is one of the strongest tanks in the game outside of going against VeLL, because of the speed up he has, the sustainability he gets so much health back from his abilities and his health and all that. And I think that his stun is one that makes him one of the best protectors. Anybody gets too close to the damage dealer, he can stun them. And he can also use his second ability to keep getting damage on him. He keeps putting damage on him and stuff like that. And also his ultimate can be used to retreat or reposition. Like, you can use him so many different ways. And I think most players only learn how to use heroes in one way and then they stick to that one way. But if you start diversifying how you use your heroes and what ways you choose to utilize their skills and abilities, I think that you'll get a lot better results, because you can do a lot of different things with these heroes if you think about using them different ways. Like, some people only use their ultimate with Hylos to engage. You can do so many different things with your ultimate if it's a good decision and if you think that way. So yeah, Hylos. Next, we have Grok. Brock is always going to be one of the strongest heroes because of his ability to be immune to crowd control and his wave clear. If you have a Brock on your team, you're just going to farm faster than the enemy team. You're going to farm faster, you're going to rotate faster, and it's going to allow you to get fed faster than any other tank in Mobile Legends because his wave clear is just that insane. He does a ton of damage as well, so he can help secure a bunch of kills. I think that Brock is just one of the most powerful heroes for that reason. But yeah, next we have Diggy. Diggy is one of the strongest heroes in the game because he counters crowd control. So that means perfectly timed ultimates can really do a lot for your team, and it can change the tide of the game. So just perfectly time your ultimates and make the proper decisions when you're using Diggy, and the enemies won't really be able to do much to you all. Make your enemies waste their abilities by utilizing Diggy's ultimate, and also you can keep heroes in their place. You can set up ambushes and stuff and make people walk through a bunch of your bombs and stuff like that. Really just decision making and thinking can really make a Diggy player and put him over the top. So yeah, Diggy is definitely very powerful right now. Last but not least, we have Kacha. Kacha, again, he's one of those heroes where it should be a guaranteed kill every time you're using him. Every time his ultimate is up, it should be a guaranteed kill, and every time his flicker is up, it definitely should be a guaranteed kill. Basically, he grabs somebody and renders them completely useless, and at that point that they should be burst down by whatever damage dealer is close by. So that means timing your ultimates well and using your ultimates at the proper time and going for the proper heroes. Like, not using your ultimate on tanks or fighters with a lot of health and stuff like that. Like, that's not what you want to do. Like, using it on Ruby is kind of risky because Ruby could get out of your ultimate, spin, and then get her health back if you're surrounded by minions and people. She can just do one spin and all that health is back. So that's risky depending on the situation. So yeah, like, you have to look for things like that. Look for what heroes are the best ones to target, where if you grab them, it's over with. That's usually going to be marksmen, mages, and heroes like that. But that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what you all think in the comments section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Like I said, there's so many more heroes that I haven't mentioned on this list. Like the top Kacha is very, very good right now. Zask is actually not bad right now. There's so many different heroes that's very, very good right now. So let me know in the comment section some of those heroes that I missed on this list. Be sure to subscribe, drop that thumbs up, all that stuff, and I'm going to catch you all on the next video, man. Peace out, y'all.
I don't know nobody, so don't ask for no favors. Don't ask for no paper, they leave when you losing, but they coming back later. Promise they coming back later. I'm up now, she wanna now. She keeps saying she